you can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On first down, right back to Etienne.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the 25 on 2nd down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey, drop this, drop it.
Here's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And again, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 16, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Eckler now between the tackles. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop, a tackle for loss.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just...
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Herbert now. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Herbert. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Herbert operating from the red zone. Touchdown! Gerald Everett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Lawrence under pressure, and down he goes. Khalil Mack gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Chargers take over first down at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. They started on the ground with Eckler. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Running on first down, Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and 2, Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. All-around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Herbert. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Trayvon Walker, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up first and goal.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And picked up by the Chargers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. But whatever they were trying to call, Chad Muma had it read from the start, getting behind the line of scrimmage and dropping it. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the touchdown CD.
And so many people talk about how you have to have a short memory after you make a mistake in the NFL. I don't totally subscribe to that, partner. I think that you have to remember what you did and figure out how to not do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take